Welcome back to Around the Armstrong Table. Today we're going to be doing a nice southern dish, some good old shrimp and grits. I'm ready to show y'all this one. Enjoy the video. All right, guys, let's get this started with the essential ingredients. First is going to be some shallots. Let me get those diced up finely. We'll also chop up some garlic. You guys know I got to have garlic in here. And then we're also going to add some chives, which is going to go in the grits. Okay, so that'll be a nice oniony floral flavor in the grits. I got two types of cheeses that's going to go in these grits because they're going to be cheesy grits. It's going to be some good, creamy, cheesy grits. So we got some fontina cheese and then also some aged cheddar cheese. As you can see, I'm shredding it up fresh. You got to have fresh cheese to go in the grits. It just makes it easier and it makes it so much smoother and creamier. Okay, so here's how we're going to cook these grits. I'm going to get a little bit of butter in a regular pot, okay? And I'm doing this in reverse. I know a lot of people, they boil their water and then they add everything. So I'm doing mine a little bit different. So threw in some of the shallots, okay? I'm not gonna use all of them because I'm also gonna add those to the shrimp later on, okay? So we just wanna get the shallots slightly brown. We don't wanna get them caramelized, just slightly brown. You still wanna see some white within the shallots, okay? And we're gonna have this on most like a medium-high heat. We're gonna add in the grits. And what I like to do is I'll add in the grits and just toast the grits for a couple of seconds, maybe about 30 seconds at the most, okay? So you get that and you mix it around, you add some salt and pepper directly to the grits. Now, obviously, we're gonna add in salt and pepper later again once we get our liquids in, okay? So I added the salt, added the pepper, and now I'm gonna come in with 2 cups of water, okay? So what you wanna do is you wanna add the water into the grits and you want to keep stirring that as much as possible. What's going to happen is I turned my fire up to get it to go to a boil, and that's what you want. You come in with your whisk and you're going to whisk those grits, and you're going to make sure you whisk it so it doesn't lump up, okay? But remember, for 1 cup of grits there's 4 cups of liquid. That's how you want to do that. So next I'm going to add in my heavy cream, okay? I'm gonna add the heavy cream in, which is another cup, and so I'll add 1 more little dash of the heavy cream to make sure I've equaled out my amount. Next, I'm gonna come in with my cheese, and let me tell you, this is what's gonna add that creaminess to it. Adding both of those cheeses in, that fontina is really a nice creamy cheese, and then the cheddar gives it a little bit of a bite, especially being an aged cheddar. And notice I went with the white cheddar and the light fontina, which is perfect for this dish, okay? So you want to keep whisking your grits, and at this point the grits they're right where they need to be. They're nice and creamy. I added in the chives like I said I was going to do, and the grits are pretty much done. We're going to put those aside and we're going to let them firm up just a little tiny bit. Some people like to go ahead and put these on a plate right after, but for me I like to let them firm up just a little bit, and we'll see how that works. So next we're going to come in with some andouille sausage, and I'm cutting this on a bias. You really can cut this however you want. I'm just doing it mostly for presentation purposes, but normally I would just cut it and get that going. Next, we gotta season our shrimp. So I like to use a combination of Old Bay and also a combination of that Tony Chachere, however you want to say it, okay? A little bit of lemon pepper and some paprika, just regular paprika, and you want to mix that around, squeeze some fresh lemon juice in there, and your shrimp, they're seasoned. You don't need any salt. You got plenty of salt with the 2 seasonings, so you'll be good to go. It's gonna add some spice, and you know, the goal on this channel is to make sure we cook with flavor, so we got to bring that in, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to cook the andouille sausage first. Now I'm going to let these get really caramelized, some of them may even look burnt to you, but we just like that darkness on the sausage. And I'm telling you, the flavor is going to be perfect. They'll still have that nice caramelized texture with them, and that's what you want. You know, brown food equals good flavor. That's just the way that goes. So as the sausage is cooking, as you can see, I'm starting to flip some of these guys over. I'm going to move them to the side. They've gotten nice and caramelized, and I'm going to actually put those to the side. Use this same pot for your shrimp. Now, the way I'm going to do my shrimp is I'm actually going to cook the shrimp, I would say 80% of the way. Not necessarily 100%, because they're going to finish cooking in the sauce that we're going to make also in this same pot. The beauty of the sauce is it's essentially a Worcestershire butter sauce, or as I like to say, that what's that here sauce? Butter sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook the shrimp. We're going to throw in the garlic, shallots, and a little bit of the chives. Okay, we'll get all of that mixed in. And I'm telling you, look at that. I mean, the shrimp already happy to be in the pot. They're not sad at all. So we like to get those cooking. Let them start to cook down, get that depth of flavor. The butter that I added is going to help with to get that texture with the shrimp. And I'm telling you, this is going to be right where you need it to be. And this dish is nice and quick. It's not a dish that takes very long. There is a lot of components to it, if you want to say, but it's a very simple and quick dish. So now I'm gonna get my shrimp out, and like I said, I've cooked them almost to the finish, but they're not quite done just yet. Okay, so look at all that flavor in the pot. Y'all know I'm gonna use all of that. So one of my ingredients that I use in some of my previous videos is some sherry cooking wine. Okay, so I'm gonna throw in some sherry. That's gonna deglaze the pan. Okay. And what you want to do is you want to start mixing that around just a little bit. Later on, when you add the butter, you're going to turn the fire completely off, and you want to whisk that butter in. And I'm telling you, the sauce, it's going to be so good. So coming in with a half a cup of Worcestershire, okay? And what you want to do is bring this to a boil, reduce to a simmer, and just let that just cook down. This sauce can be a little bit loose. It doesn't have to be a thick sauce. You can let it cook down if you wanted to really concentrate those flavors to make it thick, but you don't have to. So as you can see, I've got it right where I want it. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit to reduce to a simmer, and the sauce is gonna be absolutely perfect for this dish. At this point in time in the video, I do want to ask you guys to make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Please share the videos. I truly appreciate all the support that I've been getting as I'm trying to grow this channel to 1,000 views or 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That is my goal, and hopefully we can grow the channel and get more exposure to some of the dishes that I'm making. So as you can see, I've completely turned my fire off at this point. The residual heat from the sauce is gonna mellow up, basically melt that butter, but you don't want to break it. So now we're just going to throw everything back in. And this is why I said the shrimp are going to be right to the point. I'm also going to throw the sausage in because I want them to get some of that flavor of the sauce. Okay. And what you want to do after that is really just cover it. And that steam, which if you want to say once you cover it, that's going to finish the shrimp. Because the last thing we want is rubbery, overcooked shrimp. So we'll cover that for just a second, and then we'll get to the plating. So here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna put the sauce on the bottom, okay? And you can see, I'm telling you, all the flavor in that sauce. You can put that sauce on anything. Guy Fieri would say you can put it on a flip-flop. So we get our grits in there, and then now that we got our grits, we're gonna throw our sausage in, okay? And what I did was I went ahead and took the tails off of some of the shrimp. Some of the other shrimp, I'm going to leave the tails on just for presentation. And again, you know, take all the tails off if you want, if you're not doing a video, if you're just cooking for your family and so on. But look at this, man. This and add some chives for color. And this beautiful shrimp and grits is done. And I'm telling you. The last thing I got to do is I got to take some more of that sauce, because after looking at it, I went ahead and added a little bit more of the sauce right over top of the shrimp, right over top of the sausage, and this is perfect. From my table to your table, please enjoy. See you guys on the next video.